stream or roll up, pull up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, where y'all at? Where the fuck y'all at? It's the pull up this time. Y'all ready? Let's go. Now y'all know I ain't too much on the pull up. But when I do, shit about to get ugly. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. I hope y'all ready. I gotta tell y'all something serious. This shit real out here. You know what I'm saying? Just like having respect on the streets, you gotta have respect in prison too. Don't think that's just a place where you just go and just do your time and come home. It don't work like that. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Now look, I know y'all hear my voice. It's because the weather changing. You know what I'm saying? I got this mucus in my throat. So I'm coughing this shit up. It's coming up, you know. But for the meantime, it kind of got my voice a little restricted, you know. But don't mind it, though. Just bear with me. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Is y'all ready for this or not? Listen. Having respect in prison is more important than getting commissary. You want to know why? Because you can have all the commissary you want, but if you don't got no respect, motherfuckers will take your shit. Tap in. Tap the fuck in. Alright, let's kick this shit off. So, this whole live stream is about having respect in prison versus not having respect in prison. Alright? Let me start off with the whole respecting side. Again, just like in the streets. If you want to be in the streets, you want to be in the gang, you know, you want to live that life, you got to have respect first. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to pull you into their game if you don't got no respect. You know what I'm saying? Band Rakes. What's the deal? Gilly GT. What's that word? Ingrid Vella. What's the deal? What's good? What's good, everybody? Y'all ready for this? I hope y'all got y'all drink poured, because I'm about to tell y'all the difference between having respect in prison and not having no respect in prison. Tap in. Lucid dreaming. I support you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Keep on supporting. I got a whole lot more content coming, so stay where you at. It's coming. Just keep that notification bell on. Naveen Music. What's the deal? I'm good, bro. How about you? Where you at? How you feeling? Christian, what's up? What's that word? Lucid dreaming. Yes, sir. You know what it is. You know what it is. Let's go. Andrea Hancock, yeah. Hit that sub button. Because when you hit that button, it's going to let you know every time I drop some fire. I'm dropping videos every day. I'm dropping shorts every day. And I'm going live every day. So keep it coming. Keep it coming. Where I'm from Detroit, Michigan. From the west side. Hell yeah, I've been to prison. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about right now. I'm about to tell y'all the difference in between having respect in there and not having respect. Because you don't got no respect, it's going to go bad for you. So I hope you got your drink poured. Ingrid is my birthday. Happy birthday, Ingrid. I hope you having a good birthday. I hope you pulled up. You know what I'm saying? I hope everything is great. I hope you with your family. I hope you smiling ear to ear. All right? Don't worry, I sub. Let's get it. Because as long as they coming in, I'm going to keep pushing them out. I'm going to push them out anyway. You know what I'm saying? But when y'all sub and I don't do nothing but turn me up even more. Because I got a lot of content for you. And it's all 100%. All right? Stay with me. Now let's get back to the topic. Why many prisoners become Muslim nowadays? Listen, a lot of them scared. You know what I'm saying? This is another thing about respect. A lot of them be scared. A lot of them decide to change their life around, especially when like black people, they become Muslim because that's like the next adult phase of your life. You know what I'm saying? So turning from the streets, they go to the Muslim Act. You know what I'm saying? Now, most of the Muslims in prison is ex-gangbangers. So basically, what they trying to do, they trying to take the gangbangers from gangbanging to become Muslim. You know what I'm saying? To change their life. So that's why most of them become Muslims. Federal versus state prison, getting respect different. I don't really know. I never been to the feds. I only did the state, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Bro was raised on EBT. I don't even know what that is, but never, you know. All right, now let's get back to it. So, check. Like I said, I'm gonna start with having respect in prison because this is more important. Now, I'm gonna just use me as an example, right? I was one of the members that had respect in prison. Now, when I came to prison, right, didn't nobody know me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if you can see, I got a tattoo right here on my neck. This is my first tattoo when I was 18. And right here, it's a little 6-point star. I got that way before I went to prison. I've been on that. You know what I'm saying? I've been in GD. I've been doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just so happened, the guys, when you in prison, guys don't got shit to do. So they don't do nothing but got their eyes on you all day long, all 24/7. They got their eyes on you. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, I didn't tell nobody that I was a GD or none of that shit. I came in there, I stood my ground. I was ready to scrap. I was ready to do whatever the fuck he did. You know what I'm saying? But I came in there with the mentality that I'm gonna do my time and just get out. Because that's what they teach you before you go in there. Before you actually go to prison, they put you in this room. It'd be about 15, 20 of y'all, on y'all way to prison. They put all of y'all in a room together. They put you through a class. Like I said, my voice, a little scratched because the weather changing, but bear with me. Now look, they put y'all in this class, right? The class that they put you in, it teach you about prison before you go to prison. Ain't that fucked up? And this class lasts a whole week. You know what I'm saying? They put you in this classroom and they show you videos before you even get to prison. That all of the videos is telling you the do's and don'ts of prison. You know what I'm saying? Now, if anybody been to prison, they know you got to do these videos before you even get to the big house. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't watch them videos and you don't know nothing about prison, your ass is going to go under. You know what I'm saying? Now, anyway, one of the videos tell you, like, if somebody put snacks on your bed, like a Snickers, shit like that. If you come into your room and it's a Snickers or something like that on your bed, don't touch it. You know what I'm saying? And I got a story about that, but I'm going to get there. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm breaking everything down, so just stay with me. All right, so like I was saying, when I first came to prison, right, I wasn't on none of that. You know what I'm saying? I was just trying to do my time. I watched the videos. I seen what they was talking about, all of that shit. So I figured I was going to just get in and get out. You know, if I just kept my mouth closed, did my time, cool. No, that is not how prison works. You have to gain some respect in that bitch. That's 100. You have to. It's only a handful of guys that can come through there and do their time and get out. It's only a handful of them that could be like right under the radar. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you got to gain some respect in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you don't gain your respect, guess what? You gonna get $150. You gonna get your face cut. You gonna get dropped from your gang. they gonna make you lock up. You know what I'm saying? You gonna fuck around, had to snitch on somebody about something. Like, man, it come with a lot when you don't got respect. But anyway, back to me about me gaining my respect in prison. So when I got there, right, the GDs. Now, if you know anything about the GDs, they is like the biggest gang in the world. And I was a GD before I even went to prison. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been there since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? So this wasn't nothing I was on when I got there. So anyway, when I got there, I didn't tell nobody I was a GD. I was just trying to do my time and go home. You know what I'm saying? All right. While I'm in there, I showed y'all my tattoo. Like I said, it got the 6-point star hanging from my nickname. You know what I'm saying? In prison, niggas don't got nothing to do. So they eyeballing you, they looking at you, they paying attention to your every move. Well, the GDs, these niggas peeped the damn 6-star on my neck, right? I would call that little bitty ass star. The 6-star on my neck is about this big. And niggas peeped that shit. So I said this before in the live before, you know, how they, excuse me, how they was in the whole gang formation around me. They was telling me to come on. I'm good with them, all of that shit. I turned it down because I just wanted to do my time and go home. You know what I'm saying? But a couple of months into it, I ended up deciding to say, hey, you know what? I'm coming home. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still young and wild. I was still on it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I'm coming home. This is where my respect kicked in at. And I wasn't looking to get no respect. It was just in my mentality because I be on that street shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, all right, fuck it. I'm in with y'all. I'm rotating. You know what I'm saying? Now that's what it's called in prison. It's called rotating. In the streets, they really don't call it rotating. When you in the game, they really don't call it rotating. But in prison, they call it rotating. So I started rotating with the GDs. Now you had the Vice Lord, you had the Crips, and you had the Bloods. Of course, you had all of that shit, you know. But I was a GD, and the GDs knew that I was a GD because they peeped my tag. You know what I'm saying? So when I finally came home, everybody welcomed me. You know, all right, good, you home, right? Now this thing in prison, you gotta know your literature. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put in work. You got to spin laps with the big homies, all of that. You got to do a lot of shit before you get any type of recognition in prison on respect. You know what I'm saying? You don't just come in there and people just respect you like, oh, dog, look like he stand up. Let's respect him. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, thankfully, nobody never tried to jack me or nothing before I gained my respect. But that's what happened. A nigga would get your ass if you don't got no respect in prison. So anyway, I'm rolling with the GDs. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm doing my thing. I'm learning my literature. Little shit popped off on the yard. I was involved. You know what I'm saying? I stood 10 toes. I did what the fuck I was supposed to do. So I started gaining my respect. You know what I'm saying? When it was time to pull knives, all of that shit, I was with everything. You know what I'm saying? So I built my respect up real quick. So you know what the next move was? They started calling home. Now, in Michigan prisons, most of the guys that's in Michigan prisons are from Detroit. And in Detroit, everybody know everybody. So what they did was they started calling the hood. They was doing a verified check on me to make sure I was really from where I said I was from. Because like I said, didn't nobody in there know me. So they call in the hood. They go jump on the phone. They wasting they 15 minutes to call and see if you really from that hood. And if you really is from that hood, what did you really do around there? You know what I'm saying? Like in prison, it get real, man. Motherfuckers will do a background check on you and you won't even know. So that's what the GDs was doing. They was doing background checks on me after I was already putting in work in prison. This is another thing about that. You will be in there putting in work and shit, and they be like, all right, that's cool. But if you don't check out with your hood, it don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to be that in the streets and you got to be that in prison when you come there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you not, they gonna do a motherfucking check on your ass. And if your check don't check out, they gonna stab your ass because you impersonating the game at this point. You know what I'm saying? So don't think if you go in there and join the game, you safe. No, you better really be that before you come in there. Now I'm only speaking on the GD terms because I wasn't a Blood, I wasn't a Crip, I wasn't no Vice Lord. So I don't know how they, rotate with their members. But GDs, they have you put in work first and then they'll call home and see if you there. You know what I'm saying? Now I know with the Bloods, and I'm not dissing them, but I'm just putting it on the floor. I'm being for real. The Bloods, they move in numbers. So they really don't care if you was that in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You say you a Blood, you good with them. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth. The Bloods like numbers. That's why it be so many of them, because they don't do no background checks or none of that. Just long as you claim they shit and you ready to stab something, you a Blood. You know what I'm saying? The Crips, it'll probably be like 4 or 5 Crips on every yard. But them 4 or 5 Crips will go. They don't play. They don't move in numbers. Crips is about that for real. You know what I'm saying? You really got to be that to be a Crip. Now, the difference between GDs and Crips, GDs, when you come in, GDs will be like, all right, cool, learn this lick, put in your work. Crips, they don't do that. If you don't know your literature about Crips, when you come into the Crip world, you ain't them. Flat out. That's why it's only a small percentage of Crips in prison, because they don't play no games. It ain't that niggas don't want to be Crips. It's just that they weed out who ain't really them. You know what I'm saying? And I can vouch for that because the GDs and the Crips rotate. So you got the pitchforks and then you got the C's. They come together. It's called A-ball. You know what I'm saying? They A-ball together like that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I know how the Crips operate because they rotate with us. You know what I'm saying? And they don't play that shit. The Vice Lords, I really don't know much about them because the Vice Lords was our opposition. But I can tell you, I only been on 2 prison yards my whole 4-year sentence. I did 2 years at one yard and I did 2 years at another yard. What I can tell you about the Vice Lords is they don't move in numbers either. You know what I'm saying? It'll at the max it'd be like 10 Vice Lords. You know what I'm saying? They don't play them games either. Again, I don't know how they run their literature and everything because they are opposition, but they don't play that. So in prison, it's really the GDs and the Bloods. They got the higher numbers. You know what I'm saying? Because of how they run their rotations. Now, again, with the GDs, yeah, you can come in and you can claim GD. You know, you can learn the literature and everything. But when they call home on your ass and you don't check out, you out the game. You know what I'm saying? All right. So anyway, let me get back to it. I know I be derailing the train, but I got to break everything down to you. I got to explain to you how this shit go. That's the point of a live. You know what I'm saying? For me to explain all this shit. So if this ain't your cup of tea, swipe left. You feel me? I got to break it down because I keep it real. Now, with the GDs, when they call home on me, you know what I'm saying, to check, do they background check on me, I checked out. And when I would call home, my people would tell me like, hey, such and such, they called and asked about you. You know what I'm saying? So I knew these niggas was calling home on me. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't telling me that because they won't tell you that unless you bought business. But if you good business, they don't tell you. You know what I'm saying? They just keep on watching you and seeing how you move. Let me pause real quick. So NTE, what's the deal, baby? Let's go. Let's motherfucking go. All right. So these motherfuckers calling home, they checking on me, you know what I'm saying, trying to see if I'm really one of the guys for real. All right. So the hood certifying, yeah, he one of the guys. you know. Now the GD started coming to me. Now they telling me this because I guess they got the feeling that I know that they've been checking on me. Because this is another thing with prison. The phones are outside. They not inside. They outside. So you only get to talk on the phones when they call yard. So when you go out on the yard, everybody rushing to the phones because you locked in the unit most of the day. So when you get yard time, everybody rushing to the phones. When you go out there and rush to the phones, it's only like 6 phones by each building. Just say it's 3 buildings on each yard. You got about 6 phones to each building. So do the math. That's what 18 phones by like 3,000 prisoners. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as they blow yard, you got to think it's 3,000 niggas out there running to the phone. So of course they know who jump on the phones because it ain't that many phones out there. You know what I'm saying? So niggas see me on the phone. Psh, what's up? Woo, woo, woo. So they know I'm calling home and I'm doing my research. So they know that I know that they calling on me. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, they starting to come to me. Yeah, bro, we had to do a background check on you. We had to make sure you checked out. Woo, woo. Excuse me, that's the poet. Matter of fact, let me pour my drink. Oh, this the Tito's. Yeah, that's a whole fifth, and that shit about damn near gone. So yeah, I've been already powered up before I even started this shit. So y'all know I ain't capping. I'm already in my zone. You feel me? Like I'm just going with this shit. I'm not one of these scripted as YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? That's trying to impress people. I'm a real street nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I come with the real. This is my chaser. I chase it with the lemonade. You know what I'm saying? Nah. So ENT laugh out loud. You off the Tito's. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Man, look, let me tell you something about the Tito's, bro. It's no, damn. There's no sugar. No sugar. If you want to drink responsibly, drink Tito's. There's no sugar in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about Tito's. So yeah, I drink Tito's more than anything else. Now, growing up, I drank everything. Ciroc, 1800, Hennessy, 1738, Remy, whatever the fuck you can think of, Ace of Spade, Douce. I done drunk all that. I was a Ciroc boy for like 4 years straight. You know what I'm saying? Way before niggas was even on that. So I'm gonna just tell y'all like this. I've been drinking liquor way before the rap. You feel me? I've been doing it. And now I'm older now, you feel me? So I fuck with the Tito's now. It don't got no sugar in it. Alright? So this is my pull up. I'm hip, my dude. Drink that because of that. That's 100. You know what I'm saying? It's too many people out here on that Don Julio shit. Be honest, that shit nasty. I done tried that shit a couple times. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But it's the hype, and that's what everybody doing. They got the damn bottle on their head and all that stupid ass shit. Like, y'all paying $70, $80 for a fifth of that shit, and it ain't even hitting on nothing. And the fifth of this Tito is only $20, and it ain't no sugar, and it's gonna get you the same fucking high. You know what I'm saying? But everybody followers, just like you said, everybody followers. All right, now let's get back to it. So, like I said, they was doing a background check on me. I checked out. Cool. Now my respect went up 10 more points. So I already was gaining my respect because I came on to the GDs. That's a point. Then I started learning my literature. That's 3 points. Now I'm walking the yard with the big homies. That's 4 points. Now I'm putting in work. That's 10 points. Now they calling home on me. That's 20 points. You feel me? Like it's a point scale to this shit. So I was meeting all the requirements of gaining your respect in prison. So when I started doing that, it was like no matter what I would do, would nobody fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Would nobody try nothing stupid on me, none of that. Because I had my respect up in there. You feel me? I could walk around that bitch butt naked. A nigga ain't even gonna try and play no games with me. Not saying that I did, because I never did. But just to say that I could, you know what I'm saying? Because this is what happened when you get your respect up out there. You know what I'm saying? Another thing with having respect in prison, it's a lot of niggas that carry knives. And if you don't got no respect, more than likely you gonna get your face cut. You know what I'm saying? Or a nigga gonna knock your teeth out. A nigga gonna knock you out. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking, you wake up, your booty hole ringing. This happens because you don't have no respect in prison. But anyway, like I was saying, with gaining my respect. So I told y'all how I was gaining my respect. Another thing that kicked my respect up, right, was this too. This is another thing that prisoners look at. They look at how you interact with the police. Now, if you one of them niggas that be kissing the police ass and all that shit, your respect is gone. You don't get respected. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Like I said, that's the pull up. Man. I'm not no heavy drinker, and my body let me know every time I started drinking. This is why I resorted to the Tito's, because I can't drink all that high power shit that y'all be on. You know what I'm saying? Now look, the prisoners pay attention to how you interact with the police, right? Me, I was the type, I did not play with them. They was writing me tickets every day. It was this one cop. He was a little short white dude, right? He hated me. I don't know why. The nigga hated me for some odd reason. He would bother me every single day. Now, in prison, you know how you had the headphones, you know, out in the world, you buy like some JBLs or, you know, the Apple headphones, you know, the big headphones, right? In prison, you could buy them type of headphones too. They called CL20s in the prison. They clear, but they look just like the black JBLs. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you buy these CL20s, you only supposed to wear them when you out on the yard or when you in your room. Well, I ain't give a fuck. I wear them bitches anywhere. I wear them in the day room and all that shit. You can't wear them in the day room. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of cops, they don't give a fuck if you do wear them in the day room, you know. But this white cop, he did not like me. So every time he see me in the day room with my CL20s, he'll write me a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Now, with them tickets come with restrictions. One of the main restrictions behind catching a ticket in prison is LOP. LOP means loss of privileges, meaning you can't go in the day room. You can't go outside. You only can stay in your cell. And you would be on LOP for like 2 or 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Behind catching a ticket. LOP a bad motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I was catching them bitches back to back because I ain't give a fuck. I was in there doing what the fuck I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? And that type of shit, it raised your respect in prison when you go against the police rules, but then at the same time, it hurts you. So you gaining respect, but it's hurting you on your record. You know what I'm saying? This is my whole point of having respect in prison. You just got to stand 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to build a bad record in that bitch, but it's going to gain you respect because them same cops that's in there looking at you, they go home after they 8-hour shift. Them prisoners that's in there with you, they don't. So it's like, it's either you going to gain your respect or you going to kiss the cop's ass. It's either or. I wasn't no cop ass kisser at all. Anybody will fucking tell you that. They called me Little in prison. That's my last name. I went by Little in that motherfucker. So you can ask anybody in MDOC about Little. Nigga, I stood 10 toes my whole 4 years. I ain't never did no gay shit. I was gang banging. I was that motherfucking nigga. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can tell you that on my kids. You feel me? And this is why my respect rank was so high. Because I was with that street shit inside the walls. And people know that. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody never tried to take nothing from me. Nobody never tried to play with me. None of that. You know what I'm saying? I walked that shit down and I did my motherfucking time with no problem. All right? Chrissy. I'm going to just call you Chrissy because you know who you is. Yes, a whole motherfucking fifth. And you know I sent you a picture of this fifth before I went live. So yes, you had went your way, did what you did. So I had to drink this by myself. And you see, I'm here. I'm on this live talking my shit. You feel me? So a whole fifth, yeah. And guess what? I'm about to empty the clip. Like I said, I ain't one of them motherfucking YouTubers out here trying to make it seem like everything's sweet. I'm keeping this shit 100% real. You feel me? Now look, this is the flip side of it, right? I told you about my respect and everything, how I gained my respect and how I made everything happen, right? Well, that's me. I put in my work, so I ain't had to worry about nothing. The max you can order on commissary, well, in the county jail it's called commissary, but in prison it's called store. It's the same shit, it's just different names and different departments. You know what I'm saying? So in prison it's called store. Now look, right? In prison with store, I think your max is like $150. You know what I'm saying? So I will max out every time store come around. In the county jail, you get store once a week. In prison, you only get it twice a month. So it's every 2 weeks you get store. So yeah, the max on store is like double. I think in the county jail it's probably like $75 because you get it every week. But in prison it's like $150 because you get it every 2 weeks. All right, cool. It's the same shit, man. It's Zuzu, Wham Whams, chips, juice. Not even juice. I'm tripping. Sometimes you can order like a Pepsi, Mountain Dew, shit like that. But mainly it's like hygiene, gas station food, shit like that. That's what your store consists of. Summer sausages, noodles, cheese, all that type of bullshit, make cook-ups. It's not like you get to order no porterhouse steak or none of that. That's the pull-up. Y'all know what it is. All right? Every time I got my stove bag, I would max that bitch out every time. My kids. A lot of niggas can't max out. No matter what people telling you and you thinking $150 ain't shit, but a lot of people in there don't got $150. Well, just say $300 a month. A lot of people don't get $300 a month. And even if you is in there working a job, it don't pay you no $300 a month. Man, let me go into depth with that. So when you in prison, you had to get a job, right? And I know I'm derailing everything again. Like I said, when you over here will roll up a pull-up, I break this shit down. You feel me? All right. So look, right? When you get a job in prison, it's mandatory that you have to work a job. So you automatically get a job, even if you don't want a job. They gonna give you a job. You will be in your bunk. You will be on your bunk in your cell, flipping through your channels. I'm gonna explain that too, how you get a TV and all of that shit too. Just say you got you a TV. A TV is $150, right? Just say you in your cell, you chilling, you sitting there flipping channel. Damn, I'm acting like you get a remote. You don't get a remote in prison. So you pushing the buttons on the TV. It's a box TV, and you gotta push the buttons on there to flip the channels, right? So just say you find you a channel that you like, you kick back, you watching TV, right? They gonna slide what is called a detail under your door, right? That motherfucker just slide up under your door. Now, when you look at the detail will tell you you got a job. It's only a handful of jobs you could do in prison. You could do maintenance in your unit, which is sweep and mop the floors. You know what I'm saying? In the prison block that you in, you sweep and mop the floors. You could work in the kitchen. Well, working in the kitchen is called the chow hall, which is where you go to eat. You can get a job working in the chow hall. You know what I'm saying? Where you make the food, you wash the dishes, you serve the food, things like that. Job number 3 that you could do in there, right? You could be a yard worker, which means you would cut the grass, you know, dig up dirt, you know, like plant flowers, shit like that. Those are the jobs that you can get in prison. Or you could do like some little shit like, you know, work in the what's that building called? It's like culinary arts. You know, it's like a school building. You know, you can work over there in the school building too. Anyway, with those type of jobs, you only get paid like $1 a day. No fucking cap. Let me hit the chats real quick. So ENT, I'm smoking, playing the game, listening. My nigga. Look, right? Let me say this, dog. In a minute, I'm about to start doing the game and shit too. So I hope y'all tuned in because I'm about to do the gaming world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be going live doing gaming. I'm a look, I'm not even gonna lie. This is how I'm gonna start off gaming, right? I'm gonna start off with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. That was my favorite game when I was young. I used to play that game every day. I mastered the fuck out that game. You feel me? So when I started gaming, that's gonna be the first game I'm gonna start with. So for whoever like that game and they don't know how to beat it, or it's certain cheat codes they don't know, or certain missions they don't know how to play and things like that, I'm gonna beat the whole game for you on live. We gonna go live and we gonna beat that shit. So for everybody that's here listening right now, if you like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, when I start gaming, that's the first game I'm gonna do, and I want everybody to tune in with me, and we gonna turn that bitch up. I promise you, I'm gonna break that game down so quick. That was my favorite game. You feel me? So yeah, stay tuned. I'm about to start gaming. You know what I'm saying? Now, right now, I'm doing my lives so y'all can learn me and know who the fuck I am. You know what I'm saying? After y'all get to know me, I'm gonna start gaming. And when we start gaming, we gonna run through all the games. I'm gonna ask y'all what games y'all like. We gonna break all that shit down. We gonna game. You feel me? Right now, this is my introduction. After y'all get to know me, we gonna start gaming. And that shit gonna get real. You feel me? So I got a lot of content coming. Just know, you know what I'm saying? So after my whole introduction, the next thing gonna be gaming. So my nigga, I'm glad you said it. So I can let y'all know gaming is up next. So drop in the comments, let me know what games y'all be on. Let me know what y'all do. We about to go up. Real talk. All right. Now, Devin Jennings, you my day one dog. You been supporting me from the top. You feel me? Listen, when I start gaming, I'm gonna have a queue. I'm gonna have a queue of my top hitters. You know what I'm saying? That know how to play these games, and I'm gonna like start cash apping y'all and all of that. Like we gonna go up with this game and shit. But Devin Jennings, I'm gonna have you in my queue. You feel me? Because you was one of my day ones for real. So guess what? Your support definitely kick in, my dog. So we doing this shit. You and Chrissy, y'all day ones. You feel me? So we about to do this shit. All right. Nah, get a PC. They got GTA RP now. What is RP? But nah, the thing with the gaming thing, right? It's like this. I found the place out here where I live at, right? And they got all the old game systems, you feel me? So I'm gonna take it back. You know what I'm saying? We gonna roll back the time. We gonna go back in time. We gonna sit in the spaceship back to '03, '04. You feel me? We gonna take it back from the top. I'm gonna get a PS5 and all that shit too. We gonna do all that too. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna start from the top. You feel me? So yeah, it's on. It said it's called role play. All right, that's cool. Cause honestly, I don't watch TV and all that shit, so I don't know what the fuck be going on. You know what I'm saying? I be in the streets, like that's what I do. You feel me? But I'm about to start gaming, cause gaming is where it's at. You feel me? So yeah, T Grizzly stream it all day. I know he be streaming, you know, but honestly, I don't know what he be doing, you know. But I'm gonna learn, you know what I'm saying? And when we get the gaming, y'all give me the game. I'm gonna walk y'all through the stores. Y'all tell me what to get, what we gonna do. Like I said, I'm gonna put y'all in the queue. We gonna go up. You feel me? All right. Now again, I know I derailed the train like a motherfucker. You feel me? But I gotta show love when love is given. You know what I'm saying? Now look, back to the whole prison thing, right? Okay. I real like don't remember where I left off. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm powered up. You know what I'm saying? I've been kicking it with the chat. Uh, I've been giving the chat on this game and shit because I real like been thinking about gaming. So I don't remember where I left off. But I know that we talking about respect versus non-respect. So anyway, with me gaining my respect in prison and everything, right? Matter of fact, I think I do remember where I left off, where I was talking about the store. Excuse me. That's the poet. So I'm gonna just go back to the store thing. After you get your store, right, you gotta walk your bag all the way back to your cell. Now you gotta remember, it's fucking 300 vultures looking at your bag. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got no respect, guess what? They gonna tell you to check your bag in, which means you got to turn your bag over to whoever told you to check that shit in, which is one of the more higher ranking guys that's in prison. So you ordered $150 worth of shit and you walk away with nothing. This is what not having respect in prison do for you. You know what I'm saying? So with me having respect, ain't nobody never told me to check in ever. You know what I'm saying? All of my bags was clear. All of my bags went to my cell. Everything I had was mine. You know what I'm saying? I was doing so good in that bitch. I was taking care of other niggas in there on my kids. I never went without nothing in that motherfucker. I had a TV. You got to order a TV. They don't give you no TV. You have to order one. The TV is $150. You know what I'm saying? Now, you could buy a TV from one of the inmates. It's called buying the TV off the streets. That's what they call it in prison. They say you buying it off the streets, right? You could buy a TV off the streets for like $20. You know what I'm saying? But the thing in prison is, on the TV, they write your prison number on your TV. Now, the TV, like I said, the TV is a box TV, but it's clear. You know what I'm saying? So they write your numbers on the box TV, probably like on the top. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes on the sides, on the front, but mainly on the top, right? So they write your last name and your number, whatever your prison number is, your last name, your prison number on the TV. Now you got people in prison that know how to scratch off a prison number and your name off the TV and can put a new name and a new prison number on the TV. This all prison shit. Like niggas in prison is real smart, man. It's a lot of niggas in prison that shouldn't be in prison, honestly. Cause it's a lot of smart ass niggas in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm telling you this because I did this before. I bought a TV off the streets before I bought my own TV. Actually, I bought two TVs off the streets. Again, buying a TV off the streets means that you bought another inmate's TV. That is illegal in prison. You cannot buy another inmate's TV. You have to purchase your own TV off the store list, off of your name that you have to buy. That's $150. If you don't do that, that means that you bought a TV off the streets, and that's called contraband. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm about to break all that down with the contraband. So what I told you, I had bought two TVs off the streets, right, for $20 a piece. Now this is what happened there. The police they lock you down multiple times a day. Now, when they lock you down, they come by and they do rounds. You know what I'm saying? When they do their rounds, they check to make sure you and your bunkie is in your cell. Now, if a cop come do rounds and they notice you don't have a TV in your room, and then all of a sudden you pop up with a TV in your room, guess what they do? They come in there and check and make sure it's your TV. Because yesterday you didn't have a TV. Now all of a sudden you got a TV. And they know niggas be buying TVs off the streets. You know what I'm saying? So they come in there and they check your name and number. Make sure your name and number on it. Now, some cops is cool. Some of them, they cool long as your name and your number is on the TV. They'll let it go. Some of them will take it to the extreme. They'll go down to the desk. Which means after they make their rounds, they come past your cell, they'll see a TV in your room. When they knew it wasn't a TV in your room yesterday, but it's one in there today. They'll go back down to their little desk or whatever after they make their round. They go down to the desk. Now, at the desk, it's a folder that tell them if you bought your TV from the actual company. And if your name not in that book, that means you bought that TV off the streets. If they go in that book and they see you then bought that TV from their company, they come to your room and they shake it down. When they come shake your room down, they take that TV and they write you a ticket for contraband. Again, that happened to me twice. I did that 2 times, so I got 2 contraband tickets. Contraband tickets means LOP, loss of privileges. I was on LOP 2 times for having a bogus TV that wasn't mine. After that, I was like, I can't keep doing these bogus TVs. You know what I'm saying? Because the police going to keep taking them and they're going to keep putting me on LOP. So I just went and bought one off the store, which is the right way to do it. Now, it costs a lot more, but it's worth it. Because you can have that TV. That's the pull up again. You can have that TV the whole time you do your bid. Long as you paid your $150 and you bought it off the store, you did it legit, you can have your TV your whole bid. Even if you got to do 10 years, you can have your TV the whole 10 years. But if you buy a TV off the streets, you can get that motherfucker took tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So it's real life not worth buying a TV off the streets. It ain't worth it. Sometimes you can get off with it, sometimes you can't. Like, I think the second TV I bought off the streets, I had got away with it for like 2 months. You know what I'm saying? So it was worth the $20. But sometimes You could buy that TV off the street today and that bitch would be gone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes you could buy it today and you could have it for a couple of months. It all depends on the police. You know what I'm saying? All right, now that I broke that down, right? So I did my time with the street TVs. I had to buy my own TV. So I got my own TV. I got my CL20s, which is my headphones, and I got my store. The CL20 is like $30. So it ain't even worth buying those CL20s off the streets. The police, when they shake your room down, they check everything in there. They don't just check one thing or two things. They check everything you got in your room. You know what I'm saying? So if you got anything in your room that's not under your name, contraband. You know what I'm saying? So I had my CL20s, I had my TV, I had my store. I was good. I ain't need for nothing. And when you in prison and you got all of that, you a target. Because a lot of niggas in prison don't have all of that. Legit. If you got all that legit, you are a target. Which reverts back to what I was saying about respect. Again, I know I derail like a motherfucker, but it's only for the real that can keep up. You know what I'm saying? Nah. With me having everything legit, you know what I'm saying? I was good. So I was a target to a lot of niggas in my unit. But because I had the respect that I had, when nobody try me, when nobody play with me. Because having respect in prison go a long way. That's why you gotta put your work in first before you start buying shit. Because you come in there and get to buying shit and you don't got no respect, nigga gonna make you check in. And what you gonna do? You gonna fight them? That's your best bet. Yeah, go ahead and fight them. But a lot of them niggas in prison, they got tactics where they can hit you in a certain place, like right here in your temple, shit like that, knock you out instantly. One hit. They know how to hit you and knock your ass the fuck out. They don't gotta fight you. They don't gotta do none of that. They will knock your ass out with one hit. And you will wake up 20 minutes later. Everything in your room is took from you. And they took your booty hole. That's the truth. Again, it never happened to me because I had respect. And this is what you had to gain in respect in prison. You had to gain respect. If you don't get no respect, that's how you turn into one of them guys that get raped in there and all of that type of shit. That's how that happened. Now that I broke down the whole respect side, let me break down the not having respect. So basically, you got all this respect in prison. People don't fuck with you because you built your name up. You did what you was supposed to do. So people fuck with you. People respect you. You know what I'm saying? People like, hey, here go. Leave dog alone. And there's only one you. No matter how tough you is or none of that, there's only one you. So when you come in there, you need to come in there swinging. Cause them vultures is watching your ass. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now I gave y'all the whole breakdown on having respect in there. Now let me go ahead and break down not having respect. Y'all ready for that? Because a lot of y'all think that if you just go to prison and just do your time, you get to come home. No, sir. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Your people be lying to you, telling you that they did their time and just came home. Like I said, it's a very small percentage of guys like that. But for most guys, hell no. So for the guys that didn't earn no respect, right? This is what happened to them. You didn't. That's the poet bottle. My bad. I knocked it over. All right. Now you didn't gain your respect in prison, right? This is what happened to you. Guys start raping you. you get raped in that bitch. Because you don't got no respect. Don't nobody give a fuck about you. You using nobody. You know what I'm saying? So a nigga gonna take your booty hole. It's not necessarily about what case you got or what you in there for. You could be in there for some real street shit. But if you didn't earn no respect in there, a nigga would take your ass home, for real. Like, a nigga would get right with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to earn respect in there. Because it's a lot of people that come in there with these high-ranking crimes and they ain't cut like that. So in prison, they test your gangster. No matter what you come in there for, your gangster gonna get tested. So if you don't earn your respect in there, you gonna get hit up. So your booty hole gonna get took, your store gonna get took, your TV gonna get took, your CL20s gonna get took, your yard gonna get took. Your yard gonna get took. What you mean? Yeah, they gonna take your yard too. Meaning you can't come outside unless they tell you to. Now, a lot of y'all might have heard about guys walking the yard with their hand in somebody's pocket. That's how that happened. Because you ain't earned no respect in there. So a motherfucker gonna make you they bitch. Yeah, let me go ahead and keep it 100. You become somebody bitch because you don't got no respect in there. Let me give you an example of earning some respect. Now, I done told y'all about the gangbang and all of that. Let me give you a smaller scale on how I earn some respect in there, right? So, this was damn near time for me to get out of prison, right? And I talked about this before, you know, with the spud juice. I made a whole video about it. If you want to know, go watch my video. I said in prison, having spud juice is like having a knife. So if you want me to break all that down, go watch the video. But this on the live, so I already did that. So look, listen right here. Now, this was 6 months before I was getting released. Now, mind you, I didn't gain all my respect and all that. But at this time, I got sent to another prison. Now, when you get sent to another prison, a lot of times you got to regain your respect. Meaning, you got to do all of this shit all over again. That's prison. Sometimes you don't. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your name follow you to the next prison. Well, my name, it did follow me, but it was a lot of things that was left out about me. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, by the time I got to the second prison, right, I had a bunkie that had life. He wasn't going nowhere. And he was young. Me and him was around the same age. I think I was like 24, 25 at the time. He might have been like 28, 29. And he had life. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Junebug, he from Ann Arbor. He claimed Ace Deuce. You feel me? Like, that's my nigga. You feel me? So y'all know I ain't capping. Like, I drop real names and I don't play no games. But anyway, he had a drop on the spud juice, right? So him and his homie was making the spud juice. Spud juice is the alcohol version in prison. Yeah, that sounds crazy, but that's how they get drunk in prison. Like this right here, this is they pour up in prison. Spud juice. Now the spud juice is all spoiled fruit, which is like apples, oranges, potatoes, orange juice, some water, you know, a bunch of bullshit. It's all mixed in a concoction. And they pour all this shit in a big ass garbage bag. And basically, you gotta have a garbage bag in your locker. It take about a week to make spud juice. Spud juice is not like alcohol where you can go to the store and just buy some alcohol right now. With the spud juice, that should take about a week to make it. You know what I'm saying? With all of that, alcohol being put in this garbage bag, that should take like a week for it to spoil and mix in. It take time. But after it's done mixing and doing what it need to do, that shit tastes like alcohol. And it get you drunk, just like alcohol. It's called spud juice. So if you get caught in prison with spud juice, it's just as bad as having a knife. You might as well have a knife if you gonna have spud juice. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But if you successful with the spud juice without getting your room shook down or none of that, and the spud juice is done cooking, you gonna make a lot of money because everybody wanna get drunk. You in prison. You don't got nothing to do. So if you know how to make spud juice and you make it successfully, you gonna get paid. Spud juice a bad motherfucker in there. That's why it's just as bad as having a knife. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, my bunkie that had life, Junebug, he had the spud juice, right? Now his thing was he was trying to move it from the unit that we was in to a whole nother unit on the prison yard that we was on. This is another way of you earning your respect. Your bunkie is your best friend. Your bunkie is like your homie from the world. You have to build a bond with your bunkie. It's sad to say, but it is what it is. This is who you bunking with. So you have to deal with them. You have to interact with them. You have to. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of guys don't talk to their bunkies and, shit like that. But for the most part, you going to have to deal with your bunkie. You know what I'm saying? So with my bunkie, mind you, I'm about to go home. Only got like 6 months left. I'm about to go see the parole board in a couple of weeks. All of that. I'm about to walk out the door. My bunkie, he ain't going nowhere. So he don't give a fuck that I'm going home. Even though he talking about he glad I'm going home. And he really don't give a fuck. That nigga doing life. He done seen plenty of niggas going home. He don't care about that. So guess what he came at me with? He told me he need me to help him move these bottles of spud juice from our unit to another unit. Nah, I could have said, nigga, fuck you. I'm not doing that. But guess what that would have did? That would have ruined my reputation. That would have put me on a platter to get served. That would have made me the next fish to get cut open. You know what I'm saying? Even though I didn't do this for any of that, I did this because I'm just a real nigga anyway. But just to say, when you turn down shit like that, especially by your bunkie, it make you a target. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I was with the shit. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's move it. You know what I'm saying? We went to move it and I ended up getting caught. But they didn't catch me with it on me, but they caught me trying to move it, if you understand what I'm saying. Like I said, go watch my video. I made a whole video about it, how it happened. But they didn't catch it on me, but they knew that I had it. So long story short, they took me back to the unit. They didn't find no bottles. They just had to go ahead and throw them bottles out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell on nobody about nothing, none of that. So guess what? That earned me more respect. It could have went one or two ways. It either could have decreased my respect or earned my respect. And it earned my respect because I carried it out. It didn't make it to where it needed to go, but I didn't tell on nobody and I kept it 100. So it increased my respect. You know what I'm saying? This is another vital thing when it comes to it's time for you to come on. If you don't got no respect, a lot of niggas will try and jack your wreck. They want to fight you. They want to cut your face open, all type of shit. Because they going to try and keep you in there. Because you was a bitch ass nigga. You a hoe ass nigga. You wasn't on shit. You wasn't trying to move shit. You wasn't trying to help nothing. You was just in that bitch just, what can you say? What they call that shit? It's a term that they use in there. But basically, You came in there and tried to mask yourself. You know what I'm saying? They don't play that shit in prison. So you gotta earn your respect in there. You know what I'm saying? And I did. I earned my respect. That's why I walked out of there with no problem. I got all my teeth, all of them. I don't got no marks on my face, none. I got no scars, none. I did all my time with no problem because I earned my respect. Now, if you see guys that come home and they got a scar from here to here, guess what? They didn't earn their respect. Because even guys that do got bad crimes like child molestation and beating up on women and shit like that, it's a lot of guys in there that got them kind of cases. You know what I'm saying? But they still get respected. Why is that? Because they earn their respect. Sometimes you can have a bad ass crime in there. But if you have respect, niggas don't fuck with you because respect cuts a little deeper than your crime. You know what I'm saying? Perfect example. Lil Woody from the whole YSL trial. Now we done all seen Lil Woody on that stand testify and said yes. Well, you know what? I ain't even gonna say the stand. We done seen Lil Woody in that interrogation room telling on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because when he got on the stand, he tried to recant everything and said he don't know and all that type of shit, you know. But in that interrogation room, he snitched. But when he returned to the streets, guess what? Everybody was fucking with him. Why is that? Because he got respect. It's sad to say it, man, but that's what it is. And that shit is what killed the streets. Is even if you did do something bold, it's the whole fact that you got respect out here. So even though you snitch, niggas still ain't gonna do nothing to you because you got respect, because you put in your work. Same thing in prison. You know what I'm saying? And to the ones that don't got no respect, that didn't put in no work, didn't do what they was supposed to do, them the ones that get raped. Them the ones that get their commissary took. Them the ones that get beat up. Them the ones that got the black eyes. Them the ones that got the buck 50s. Them the ones that get their teeth knocked out. Them the ones that become somebody's girlfriend because they didn't have no respect. I don't make the rules. I was just there to see the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm bringing it to you. Exactly what I'm talking about to all the youngins. Y'all don't know what y'all playing with. Y'all playing with a big ass ball of fire when you getting into these streets. You need to understand that you think you a shooter out here and you smoking shit and all that. When you go in there, you don't got no guns. Ain't no guns. So just because you was out here killing everybody, even if you killed 10 niggas out here, you got to go in there. It's a whole nother level of respect in there. Don't nobody respect that you killed 10 people. People be like, oh, okay, cool. You killed 10 people. That's cool. Now what? What you gonna do in here? And if you can't hold your own in there, guess what? You're gonna be somebody's girlfriend. Because they don't care about what you did out there. It's what you gonna do in here. It's a whole nother world, baby. So for all of y'all thinking that you gonna do what you do out here and you think you gonna go in there and have a name and all of that, your name stop. Your name stop. When you go to prison, you are 6 numbers. Well, far as Michigan, I don't know, different states, it might be more numbers. But in Michigan, you only 6 numbers. You ain't little JoJo from the block in there. You are 6 numbers. meaning you got to reprove yourself all over again. Is that something you ready to do? Because again, don't nobody care about all them people you killed out there. This is what you gonna do in here. And if you got that right bunkie that don't play that, you gonna be his girlfriend. When you was that nigga out here on the streets, now you being his girlfriend in the joint. And can't nobody save you. Ain't no coming back from that. Ain't no nothing. Your ass in there and you about to do that. And you know, a lot of these guys that call home to y'all, they be making it seem like everything cool and all that. Low key, they be in there getting fucked by they bunkie. And they won't tell you that. Name one nigga that ever called you and said, hey, man, I'm in here getting fucked. You know what I'm saying? My bunkie doing me bad. Or the nigga next door doing me bad. You ain't gonna never get them kind of calls. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here to tell you. And this is what make the difference in between those kind of situations. It's the respect that you get. If you don't gain no respect in there, you're gonna be on the platter to be somebody's girlfriend. If you do gain your respect and do what you supposed to do, you will be like me. Do your time and walk right up out that bitch like ain't nothing happened. To where you can sit over here on YouTube and tell everybody else about it. You know what I'm saying? Because even though all of them people that I was locked up with, out of all them people I've been locked up with for my whole 4 years, maybe I only knew about 3 or 4 of them from the world. You know what I'm saying? And those 3 or 4 guys can tell you, I would stand up my whole time. I didn't have no problems. I didn't. I walked that shit down, no problem. I walked the yard with my CL20s. I went to my cell to my TV. I popped my locker with all my commissary. This is another thing. In prison, you could put a lock on your locker, and your locker is in your cell. It's 2 lockers in your cell. Your locker for you, your locker for your bunkie, right? And both of y'all can have your own lock on your locker. I never bought a lock because I want a nigga to go on my shit. I want a nigga to play with me. You know what I'm saying? And my whole 4 years, a nigga never went in my locker. I never locked my shit, none of that. And a nigga never went in my shit. You know what I'm saying? Not on no cocky shit, none of that. It just comes with earning your respect. That's another thing that gets you respect. Is if a nigga see you don't got no lock on your locker and you got everything that come with this prison shit. Because a nigga will try and get you, even if it ain't your own bunkie. It could be a nigga across the hall that know you got all this shit in your locker and can try and get you while you on the yard. When you get called to medical, you know what I'm saying? Anything. The very second you leave your cell, a nigga will run up in your shit and take your shit, especially if you know it ain't no lock on your locker. But that all come with having respect, man. So I hope this shit made some sense to y'all. That you gotta have respect in there. It ain't just come in there and do your time and go home. It don't work like that. You gotta have respect while you in that bitch. If you don't got no respect, I guarantee you're gonna be somebody's girlfriend or you're gonna be coming off of any commissary that you get. That's just come with prison tactics. It's been another live stream. Roll up a power. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.